What if I told you Beetlejuice was almost rated X?
Something out of her.
Yeah.
Hey!
Excuse me? What?
From scrapped titles to casting choices that will blow your mind, this is Beetlejuice like you've never seen it before.
It's showtime.
Neon Fossil here, and today we're diving headfirst into the weird, wonderful, and downright creepy world of Beetlejuice.
Nobody says the B word, come on.
Tim Burton's 1988 classic wasn't just another offbeat comedy. It was a haunted house of strange decisions, bizarre trivia, and stories that are just as entertaining as the movie itself.
Can you give me the basics?
From lawsuits over names to scrapped storylines that would have turned the whole film upside down, we're counting down 10 of the weirdest facts about Beetlejuice, so grab your handbook for the recently deceased and let's get spooky.
You probably haven't even read through the manual completely yet.
1. The original script was much darker. Believe it or not, the Beetlejuice we know and love was almost unrecognizable.
I'll scare him real bad. The point is, folks, I'm gonna do anything to get your business.
Michael McDowell's first draft of the script wasn't a quirky, dark comedy. It was a straight-up horror movie.
What do you think of this? You like it?
Beetlejuice wasn't a mischievous trickster. He was a winged, bloodthirsty demon who wanted to assault Lydia instead of marry her. The Maitland's death was more graphic too, with grisly descriptions of their drowning.
No one. I don't think we survived the crash.
Only after rewrites did the tone shift into the bizarre, cartoonish film Burton created. Imagine if they had gone with the original version. Beetlejuice might have ended up banned from slumber parties.
I know what you two are up to, and you're not gonna get away with it.
2. The film almost had a different title. Tim Burton absolutely hated the title Beetlejuice.
Beetle.
Don't even say his name.
At one point, the studio pushed for a safer, more marketable name, like House Ghosts. Burton sarcastically suggested Scared Sheetless, expecting it to be rejected, but the studio actually considered using it.
Oh, you two have really screwed up.
Thankfully, cooler heads prevailed and they stuck with Beetlejuice. But just imagine going to the theater and asking for a ticket to Scared Sheetless. It just doesn't have the same ring, and it definitely wouldn't have had the same cultural impact. Sometimes the weirdest title wins. 3. Beetlejuice was almost rated X. This one's wild. Early cuts of Beetlejuice were so edgy and unsettling that the MPAA considered giving it an X rating, which would have killed its box office potential. There were scenes of gore, disturbing imagery, and a darker version of Beetlejuice's antics.
Oh boy, you guys are really a couple of spooksters, aren't you?
Burton and the writers toned things down, adding humor and quirkiness. The final PG rating helped make it accessible to younger audiences, which is a big reason the movie grew into such a beloved cult classic. 4. The Deo dance was almost cut. One of the most famous scenes in the film, the possessed dinner party where everyone sings and dances to Harry Belafonte's Deo, was almost scrapped. Some producers thought audiences wouldn't find it funny and wanted a more traditional scare scene.
They're just not open to the experience.
Tim Burton insisted it stay, saying the absurdity of watching uptight dinner guests dance uncontrollably was the exact kind of humor he wanted. He was right. The Day-O number became one of the film's most iconic moments, and Belafonte even said it gave the Calypso song a brand new life for younger audiences.
I didn't even know I could do the calypso.
That's more fun than us.
5. The name sparked a real lawsuit. You might think the name Beetlejuice is pure nonsense, but it actually got the filmmakers into trouble. An existing juice company named Beetlejuice filed a lawsuit claiming the movie's title infringed on their trademark.
We can't lose!
The legal battle was short-lived, and the studio settled, but it delayed some of the film's early promotions. Imagine if a grocery store drink had been the reason Beetlejuice had to change its title. It might have been remembered more for its legal woes than its weird charm. 6. The sandworms were stop-motion marvels. Those giant sandworms that chase Beetlejuice and the Maitlands through Saturn weren't CGI, but good old-fashioned stop-motion puppetry.
Damn sandworms, 13%, huh?
Burton was heavily inspired by Ray Harryhausen, the legendary effects wizard behind Jason and the Argonauts. Each sandworm shot was painstakingly animated frame by frame, which is why their jerky, surreal movements feel both fake and terrifying at the same time. The lo-fi, handmade quality of the sandworms ended up fitting perfectly with the film's strange tone, proving that sometimes less polished effects can make a movie more memorable. 7. Michael Keaton had barely any screen time. For a character who dominates the movie, Beetlejuice himself is barely in it. Michael Keaton only appears on screen for about 17 minutes total.
Not so fast, brown boy. We're gonna have some laughs.
That's less than 10% of the entire film, yet his manic, chaotic energy is so powerful that it defines the movie.
Dig me out of my grave, and I'll do the job for you. I guarantee my work.
Keaton built the character's personality from scratch, improvising much of his dialogue, creating the raspy voice, and even coming up with his chaotic movements.
I've seen The Exorcist about 167 times, and it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it!
It's wild to think one of the most iconic roles of the 80s was created almost entirely on the fly, and with so little screen time, it shows just how unforgettable he made it. 8. The ending was supposed to be much darker. In the original drafts, Lydia didn't just dance to jump in the line with ghosts cheering her on. Instead, she was supposed to die in a house fire and join the Maitlands as a ghost forever. It would have given the film a much bleaker ending, turning Lydia's story into a tragedy rather than a quirky victory.
We're dead.
I want to be dead too.
No.
Burton decided to lighten things up, and the happier ending fits the film's playful tone much better. Still, it's eerie to think of how differently audiences would have remembered Beetlejuice if it ended with Lydia's death. 9. The cartoon was a hit with kids. After the movie's surprise success, Beetlejuice got an animated Saturday morning cartoon that ran from 1989 to 1991. The cartoon flipped the script by making Beetlejuice and Lydia best friends, going on wacky adventures in the Neitherworld. It was a huge hit with kids, despite the movie being more adult-oriented and sometimes scary. The cartoon's lighter take on the character helped cement Beetlejuice as a household name for an entire generation.
Okay, you guys can be my entourage.
Showing just how flexible and strange the concept really was. 10. Beetlejuice was almost played by someone else. It's hard to imagine anyone but Michael Keaton in the role, but Burton actually considered several other actors first. Names like Sammy Davis Jr., Dudley Moore, and even Robin Williams were floated for the part. Burton ultimately fought for Keaton, who wasn't a big name at the time, and the gamble paid off.
Sure, I can help.
Keaton's manic, grotesque performance redefined what the movie could be. Had another actor been chosen, Beetlejuice might have ended up as a campy side character instead of the bizarre cultural icon we know today.
Everything seems to be pretty much back to normal, I think.
And there you have it. 10 of the weirdest facts that prove Beetlejuice is just as bizarre behind the scenes as it is on screen. Which one of these blew your mind the most? Did you already know about the darker, alternate ending or the lawsuit over the name? Let me know in the comments below. And if you had a blast with this spooky rewind, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a trip back into nostalgic weirdness. Until next time, this is Neon Fossil, saying it once, saying it twice, but never a third time.
That is why I won't do 2 shows a night anymore, babe. I won't.